Have any of you ever traveled so much that you just feel tired and exhausted? That's kind of where I found myself this weekend. This last month has been action packed. My name's Steve Warner. We've done more than 150 events over the last 10 years, over $30 million generated from stage. We were on the road for 3 different events. Then I came back, and right now we are doing another event that is a virtual event. So one of the events that I went to was a mastermind. One was an event where I was speaking, and then another one was mastermind as well. This event right now is one that I am running. So we have a lot of irons in the fire. So the first thing I want to talk about is being the smartest person in the room. And this is just a weird one, right? One of the masterminds that I went to, I was voted as the most helpful, the person that was able to change the most for the people there. And that made me feel really warm inside, but it also made me really wonder, like, I need to be in different rooms, right? It's an interesting thing. Like, being growth minded is different than looking for approval. Like, I love helping people. I love being able to change people's lives and being able to give them small tweaks. A lot of it had to do with webinars and getting people in the room for their live events, how they could change their model around. One guy just wanted to book sales calls. He's like, if I can just get 30 calls a month on my salespeople's calendars, that would change everything. Right now we're booking like 15. I showed him how he could use a webinar to break even on the webinar, but generate an additional 15 to 20 sales calls, sell a low ticket product, include a onboarding call, which can turn into a sales call with the right prospects. That right there, he went back and implemented it right away. I actually got a message from him 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, it all blurs together, that showed how he implemented what I showed him. We had jumped on a call after the event. He had gone and implemented it, and right away he saw that work. He had made the sales. He had made 5 additional sales this week just from implementing that on top of the webinar. So that was really, really cool. Like, I love being able to change people's lives like that, but I'm not growing from that. I love being able to share with people, but it made me realize that I need to be in a higher level room. So we're starting to look around for some new masterminds. That was like one personal takeaway for me. One of the other big questions that came up at that event was around webinars, and people were really struggling with that, and just showing them that it's not about them teaching. This is one of the things that, I don't know, every time I see people struggle with the teaching part, take the teaching out of it. It's about breaking beliefs and overcoming objections, and you do that through stories, not through teaching. So being able to help people with that was really cool. Getting to the events update. So, man, events are just going amazing right now. We're in the middle of a 3-day event for my real estate partner. We are doing really, really well with that event. One of the big things that we changed between last event and this event, the event is really about the same thing, right? It's about breaking beliefs, overcoming objections, and addressing people's pain points in a way that makes it believe that it's possible for them. So the way the ladder works, right, is people at first, they don't even believe that it's possible for them. They don't even know that it exists. Then they hear about it and they're like, oh, I know real estate is a way to make wealth. I hear that a lot of people do it, but I could never do that. I need a mortgage, or I need credit, or I need this, or I need that, or I have to go talk to people. And they believe that it's possible, but they don't believe it's possible for them. Then where they come to the event is they're starting to believe that it's possible, and they're starting to ask those questions. And the thing that we really needed to address was that this can work for you if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to put in time and energy. It's not a magic bullet. It's not something that you're just going to oh my goodness, I'm a real estate investor and suddenly make millions of dollars. No, you have to learn. The same way you would have to learn if you went to college. You have to take some time. You have to learn. You have to invest in yourself. But then when you do that, you can get the outcome. It is definitely possible for you. So we went through after last event, and we outlined what were the 15 to 20 biggest objections that they had, and how do we address those through stories. One of the ones that we needed to work in was that you don't do it yourself first. the best way to get started is to go hire a coach. This is true across anything, but for some reason, when people think about either real estate investing or building a business, they think, well, I'm just going to grit up and I'm going to go do it. That's not the way it works. If you wanted to become an Olympic athlete, if you wanted to go for the gold in something, you wouldn't start off by going and doing it, right? Like if you wanted to learn how to, I don't know, let's pick any sport. I'm going to give you two examples. Let's just pick one that everybody knows, hockey, right? If you wanted to learn hockey, you wouldn't just go out and buy a stick and buy the gloves and go out and bat it around. You might do that for a second, but then you're going to go play on a team with a coach. You're going to surround yourself with people that are also playing hockey that can help you get better. The coach is going to direct you. You're going to fall a lot. You're going to make mistakes a lot, but the coach is there to show you the right things to do. You would never just go out and be like, I'm a hockey player, buy a stick and go out and play in the big leagues. That would never work. The other thing, I'm going to compare this to a personal story that I'm in the middle of. I'm learning how to dance. My girlfriend has been a dancer for 12 years. It's something that she really enjoys doing. She goes out 2 or 3 nights a week and she does like swing dancing. She does salsa dancing and she does jazz blues dancing. So she loves that. When I started dating her, she said, it's not important to me that you dance, but it's important to me that I, 1, support her, and 2, spend time with her. 3, I love learning things. So I went with her a couple times and it didn't go well because she was like, well, I'll dance with you, but you're not a very good dancer. You got 2 left feet. And I was trying to learn. And then I was like, oh, this is a hard thing to learn. She said that as well. And I said, well, what if I took lessons? And she said, I didn't want to push you to do that. But if you want to learn, going and taking lessons and going and hiring a coach that I've now spent, I think we've gone for 8 sessions where I go in and I can be as clumsy as I want. I can fail with the coach and he's teaching me. It's kind of like role playing in real estate. Gets me moving along, gets me the muscle memory so that I feel confident. Then when we go out dancing, I can dance with her and she enjoys it and I enjoy it and I feel way more confident. So we were looking at that for the live events. How do we get people in that? So we added some things this month that have really changed it. We're already ahead of our sales goal going into day 3. So that's kind of the update of what we're working on. If you guys have any interest in live events, I have free resources down below. There's one for webinars. There's one for how to fill your events. Or if you're interested in working with me, you can click down there as well. Till next time, guys, keep it real and I will see you soon.